Well, hello friends, Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. I'm actually headed back on over to Don's house. I've got to get this tile started. Unfortunately, there's only one way in the apartment and one way out. So I've got to at least do half of the entranceway so we can get in and get started going to the kitchen, because you don't want to be the guy who builds a boat in his basement and can't get it out to get it to water. So I'm going to go over and get that stuff squared away and then come back and work on the cabinets and then get ready for our live stream tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern. And you never know what's going to happen during our live stream, because, you know, last week we got Miss Jackie on the line. We had Vosh call in and give me a hard way to go. You never know if Law Nation might stop by, or Boss Cowboys, or West Coast. Who knows what the heck's going to happen. All I know is you better be there so you don't miss it. We got all kinds of stuff going on. We got Wheelchair Wentz. Just got his $128 million contract, $104 million, or $106 million guaranteed. That's a lot of cheddar, baby. That's a hell of a lot of cheddar. And of course, we got the whole debate about Dak Prescott. I was just watching a clip from NFL AM, and I got to tell you, I actually like Nate Burleson, and of course it'll probably be because he kind of helps to put the real narrative out there. Because, you know, we keep hearing the home team discount and everything else with Dak and stuff, and he put it out there and said, why is it we only hear about that he needs to take a discount or he needs to have people around him and stuff only with Dak and nobody else? Because I look at, say, Seattle, Russell Wilson, you know, their team was the number one rushing. No, you know, let me save it. That's actually not what we were here for. All right, so we got Zeke Elliott. Zeke Elliott, who we're on eggshells right now because our running back ended up with the dude. A dude who says he's a football player, you know, so he should be able to take a hit. But that wasn't a hit. We're on pins and needles on whether or not he's going to be suspended. We got Tyrone Crawford, you know, who got escorted out of the bar and stuff by the bouncers and stuff, and he's got a charge and stuff there. So we're worried about that kind of stuff. But the NFL has been 180% silent on Tyreek Hill. And apparently, there's no change in his status before their next week's minicamp. We're talking about possible child abuse. All the NFL says, well, we're monitoring. They're going to investigate Zeke Elliott's film, right? They said we're going to look into the tapes and all that, right? There's 911 calls about the child who has a broken arm. There's calls between him and the baby's mother about how he needs to respect him and needs to fear him. And the NFL is silent on this, but we are worried about Zeke Elliott being suspended. And right now, to me, that says commissioner's exempt list, at least. Commissioner's exempt list, you know, because this is serious. You know, and I'm not trying to say what happened with Zeke Elliott is okay. Because Zeke's got to understand, you know, I don't have any margin for error. But in the grand scheme of things, me being a little tipsy and doing that to a child who had a broken arm, and we don't know exactly how, and I'm not trying to slander Tyreek Hill, but there's enough there to be looked at. There's enough there to be looked at to say what happened with the child. So this shit ain't fair and balanced at all. And speaking of the Dallas Cowboys, we are known as, you know, the Wild West and stuff, the people that can't stay off the weed and, you know, always in trouble. But you look at some of these guys that are coming out of Kansas City. Kansas City's got some real issues with some players. Take a look at the arrest sheet with Kansas City under Andy Reid. So we'll have to wait and see if the NFL does anything. Hypothetically, if the NFL does nothing with Tyreek Hill, yet something with Zeke, how you feel about that? We'll definitely be talking about this tonight on our live stream, 9 o'clock Eastern. And I got to go get some tile laid. Oh, boy. And at some point between now and Sunday morning at 6 a.m., I need to pack for 7 days. I'm Mark Holmes, and I got you.